As part of their weekly COVID-19 press briefing, Erie County leaders said this week that case investigations were happening involving places like youth sports leagues, restaurants, various churches, small businesses, even daycares. A child care center owner asked us to look into this. Antonia Side's Kelly Dudzik got some answers from the county earlier today.
I asked the Erie County Department of Health how many cases they've traced back to daycares, whether the exposure happened at home or at the daycare, and whether the people who were sick were children or employees. That's all info Faith Yoakum is looking for too.
My concern is that daycare centers, like a lot of other businesses, are struggling significantly since last year through COVID because of low enrollment. Things have really started to turn back around. However, what I couldn't find online were any statistics to back up the statements that a lot of the new cases are stemming from daycares.
Faith owns Little People's Park Daycare Center in Amherst and says since the pandemic began, she's only had one COVID incident.
We've only had one case of exposure in the last year that resulted in anybody having to quarantine, and that was because of parent negligence. They violated our COVID protocols and continued to bring their child even though there was a positive parent. So that parent's no longer welcome here.
Her staff is following strict protocols and hasn't seen any recent cases. Here's what we were able to find out. A spokesperson for the Erie County Department of Health told me that on Tuesday, Dr. Gail Burstein shared general observations from COVID-19 case investigations. The spokesperson says within the past 2 months, the county's contact tracing team has investigated about 100 cases with child care center involvement. She also said though a source of infection may be suspected, that is not the goal of contact tracing. The goal is to break the chain of transmission by getting close contacts into quarantine. In child care centers, she says contact tracing has managed cases of both children and employees, and some parents have sent their kids to daycare sick, so the county's message for both adults and children is to stay home if you're sick, and if you have symptoms, get tested. And coming up new tonight at 6, we'll talk to Faith about the challenges of finding staff right now, especially with big wait lists for kids who need spots at daycares. In downtown Buffalo, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.